Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review for today. We're taking a look at this ToyBiz Spider-Man Classics Fearsome Foes Spider-Man figure. So recently on the channel we've been taking a look at a lot of ToyBiz Spider-Man figures, and we also took a look at the AliExpress knockoff McFarlane Spider-Man. I have been having my eye out on eBay for ages now looking for a real McFarlane Spidey. Nothing's came up, but I did come across this Fearsome Foes and he was selling for an absolute steal. I picked him up and I can't wait to take a closer look at him. The McFarlane style Spider-Man and the Fearsome Foes Spidey share the exact same body mold, different heads. At first I wasn't too sure on this head, but well, let's take a closer look at him. But before we do, guys, let me know down in the comments section below what you guys think of the Fearsome Foes Spidey. While you're down there, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And let's not wait any longer, let's take a closer look at this guy. And so here is our Fearsome Foes Spidey as he's arrived from eBay, and I have to say I do love the look of this figure. At first the head sculpt really didn't appeal to me at all, but getting him in hand, I mean this has happened so many times, getting him in hand, I do really like this head sculpt. I do think it kind of looks a bit frog-like. Am I the only one that thinks that? I don't know if you can see it, let me know down in the comments, but I think he looks a bit frog-like, I don't know. I do prefer the original McFarlane head sculpt to this one, but as I said, I have grown really fond of it. Nice sculpted webbing, really nice sculpted lenses as well. I think it looks great and it actually looks pretty menacing. I've already taken some photos of this figure and yeah, it looks pretty intimidating, I think. I do like it overall. Let me know what you guys think of the head sculpt. And then we get that McFarlane body, and I'm so happy to get this figure because I've had so much fun playing around with this fake McFarlane figure that we reviewed on the channel. We took a look at it, AliExpress, £16. It was so much fun. And now I have the real deal, I'm buzzing. Even if it isn't a full-on McFarlane or the J. Scott Campbell as people refer to it, it's the exact same in terms of articulation and everything, and I've been having a lot of fun with this figure. It's more of a slender look to Spider-Man, different to the likes of the Sinister Six where we get this bulky body. I'm going to compare this figure later on. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I really like the logo here. You know, a nice dark kind of simple logo. Good size, I think. We get the sculpted webbing all over the body. And I really like the red they've used. It's kind of a dark, shiny red that flows throughout this figure. I think it looks fantastic. We can see the paint looks a bit different. Same as the fake one that we looked at. It is different in the body and the kind of butterfly, is this a butterfly joint? I guess it is, yeah. The red paint is a wee bit different, we can see there. Good back logo, not my favourite back logo, but does look nice. I do like the blue as well, kind of deep shimmering blue that they've used. See it kind of gets darker around about the abs as well. Looks good at the waist. I've not had any problems with the joints, you know, nothing overly loose, nothing breaking on me, anything like that. Feet look really good, and that was a complaint I had with the fake figure. I thought the feet looked a bit kind of floppy and a bit odd. Definitely looks better on this real version, I think, with the paint in there and just probably a better standard of plastic. Oh, talking about loose joints, that's pretty loose. And you can see the red's kind of bled through there at the knees, but that's to be expected. This is an old figure. The figure is missing some fingers on the hand, but I did not pay a lot of money for this figure at all. On both hands, so it's missing the pinky on each one. I picked him up for cheap, so it's not bothered me too much, but it is there, you know, it is missing a finger. Great figure look-wise. Let's compare him to some other Spider-Mans that I have lying around. So first up, of course, I had to compare this Fearsome Foes Spidey to the fake McFarlane superposable Spidey that we took a look at on the channel. Got this for £16 on AliExpress, and I was pretty chuffed with it. In fact, I think this was £14. This was cheaper. This was the £14 knockoff. And yeah, I really liked it. I, said a lot of good things about it in that video. But comparing him to this Fearsome Foes, man, this figure knocks the fake out of the water. There's just a lot more life to it. I think it's the paint, and yeah, I mean the plastic is good quality here. But, you know, playing around with that Fearsome Foes Spidey, it is a lot better. I'm so much happier with it. It just looks a different level. It's got a different depth to it. This fake just, you know, it lacks, especially when you look up close and you see the paint lacking and everything. And yeah, I'm so glad to have this Fearsome Foes Spidey. As I said, I do prefer the McFarlane style head. That's just personal preference. This is a much better figure. And then for another ToyBiz Spidey comparison, here is our Fearsome Foes Spidey next to the Sinister Six Spider-Man. Both kind of dark looks to the character, both fantastic figures in terms of articulation and sculpt. It is just going to be down to personal preference, but I did just want to show them off next to each other to show the different looks that ToyBiz gave us. I think overall I definitely do prefer the Fearsome Foes look, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, because they are quite different, both fantastic figures, but the looks are completely off, and yeah, I want to know what you guys think down below. And here is our Fearsome Foes Spidey next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends retro carded figure, and both of these are great Spider-Man figures. But I genuinely think I prefer the older ToyBiz figure. There's just so much character to it, so much depth, just something really interesting about this figure. He's got the articulation, and yeah, he does look a bit outdated when you see the ball joints and things. I just think this figure is a lot more fun, and that's why I really like going back and getting these ToyBiz Spideys. Yeah, Hasbro have done a great job giving us Spider-Man figures. This retro card is a fantastic Spider-Man figure. I love it. I'm just saying, I personally prefer this older ToyBiz and probably a lot other older ToyBiz figures. Marvel Legends have given us a lot of different Spider-Man figures. Here is the Raph Spider-Man that I'm going to take a closer look at on the channel. Here is a Webman that was Lion Spear, and yeah, these are different looks to well, I guess Webman's Webman, but these are different looks to Spidey that Hasbro has given us, and I do like a lot of the Spider-Man figures, but there's just something that is missing. I mean, looking at this figure here, there's just something that we're not getting from Hasbro, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how to put it in a word. Let me know what you guys think of the ToyBiz Hasbro comparison down below. I love Hasbro, I love their Spider-Man figures. I'm going to continue to get their Spider-Man figures and enjoy them and play around with them. But I'm also going to continue to pick up these ToyBiz Spider-Man figures because there's just something that is there that isn't being captured right now. Let's take a closer look at the articulation on this figure here. I'll try and capture everything. We can get the head looking pretty far up, get it looking pretty close to the body there. It will move left and right, and it is on a disc hinge, so it's not really going to pivot. You can get the arm, and I noticed this playing around with this figure, not very far up at all. Yeah, this one goes up a wee bit more, but I feel like any more than that, it's just going to snap off. Get this butterfly joint as well. We can move that in and out. Same on this arm. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Move the wrist and the forearm. Well, sorry, you can move it round in the forearm and then move the wrist back and forward. Individual finger articulation. Unfortunately, Spidey's finger has been blown off by a pumpkin bomb on each hand. Same articulation though in this arm. Get this really good range of movement in the ab there with the ab crunch. Move it round at the waist. That is a wee bit loose, but it could be worse. Get the leg kicking really far forward, really far back the way. Get them kicking right out at a right angle there. Upper thigh cut there. Well, it's not really an upper thigh cut. We got the ball joints. Cannot speak. Double jointed knees. Move them round at the calf. Move the foot backwards, forwards. It will pivot, and you do get toe articulation as well. And so there we have it for this Fearsome Foes ToyBiz Spider-Man Classics figure, and I really like it. It is probably one of my favourite ToyBiz Spidey figures out there. I just love the look of him. So much fun to play around with. Just great articulation. You can get him in such good poses that I'm definitely going to put up on my Instagram. I'll leave that in the description below, so feel free to check that out. And feel free to hop on over to the channel page as well, because there are a lot of ToyBiz Spider-Man figure videos up on there, and you can see what ones you prefer. I would really like to know where this figure ranks in your kind of list of Spider-Man Classics figures, because it's going straight to the top on my list. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. While you're down there, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. As I mentioned, I'll leave the link to my Instagram in the description. And thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, it means a lot, and I hope you check out the channel if you haven't already. As always guys, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.